Hey everyone, I'm on my porch and I'm multitasking. I gotta eat at the same time, having some lentils with some broccoli, with some tahini sauce on there and a whole pile of spices and raisins to make it a little bit sweet. Anyway, this is what it looks like. It's absolutely delicious. Really, really good. There's onion on there, curry powder, chili powder, garlic, some lemon. Anyway, today I want to talk to you about Abba and Preach. If you follow this channel, you'll know that they are two guys who have over 1 million followers, and they did a video about me and I did a video about them. And one of the things that was on there was that this guy, Preach, was wearing a fur kind of a scarf. And the fur was made out of chinchillas, so several chinchillas, these little tiny animals that are as innocent and cute as a cat or a squirrel. And somebody took them and murdered them and then ripped off their skin just for this guy, Preach, to have a decoration around his neck. It's absolutely abhorrent. I mean, fur has been phasing out for years, and the fact that this guy thought he was just so cool, hey, check out this, I can afford fur now, it's sick, it's sickening. Anyway, they wrote to me, they wrote Instagram, and they said, hey, we have a podcast and we realize that we live in the same town as you, or at least here anyway, in Montreal. Would you like to come on our podcast? So, of course, the first thing I think of is I don't trust these people, and they're probably going to put me on there and they're going to either make fun of vegans or they're going to edit the thing to make it twist my words, because this is the vegan-phobic world that I have realized that we live in. People will do anything to keep abusing animals, eating them, wearing them, using them, exploiting them, and it's pretty sad. But they wrote back and said their intention was to just have a conversation, and they promised that they would not edit this. So from beginning to end, it would not be edited. So that's a good start. But then they said, but we don't want you to try to convert us or to change our minds. So I just thought that is the strangest thing, because isn't the point of a conversation that we're both supposed to try to change one another's mind? So their idea would be, in other words, to try to change my mind, to try to convince me that it's okay to rip the skin off of animals and use them as a decoration. That would be what they would try to convince me of, and I would try to convince them that they are complete selfish assholes for doing this and for eating animals when you absolutely don't have to, because the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has clearly stated that anyone can be vegan at any stage of development. And so the fact that they eat animals, the fact that they steal the milk from baby cows in this terrible cycle of the dairy industry, and all of it, the fact that that's going on, they don't want to hear about it. So what the hell do they want me on their show for? What do they want to do? Have a conversation without me trying to convince them? Doesn't make any sense. What, they want to know something else about me? They want to know what my shoe size, but they want to know what I eat? I mean, who cares? I'm here to talk about the animals. So I guess my question to them and to you guys is, do you think I should go on this podcast? Will it help the animals or make it worse for them? Now, the reason I also think that their approach is absolute insanity is because I talk about racism as not just applying to humans. And what I said to them is, I said that these guys happen to have brown skin. I said, you guys are being racist towards animals. How can you not see that? That you are exploiting them, that you are looking at them and you are saying these innocent sentient beings are useless, don't mean anything. They are worth the same as a shirt or anything else, any sort of object. They are objectified, and you feel like you have a right to point at them and say, you I'm going to eat, and oh, you I'm not going to eat, whatever other animals, I assume cats and dogs. So the reason I use the word racist towards animals is because the real word is supposed to be speciesist, but people don't seem to understand that or care. So when I use the word racist, the idea is to draw the parallel that these people are saying the same thing, that they think that certain type of sentient beings are worthwhile, have legitimacy, should have the right to live, and these other ones, well, not so much. We don't really care about them. Let's exploit them. So it's the same way that the white people used to treat the dark people, and I think racism is wrong, and I think that homophobia is wrong, and I think that vegan phobia is wrong, and I think that speciesism is wrong. So if I was to go on their show That is what I would do, and I would definitely talk to each of them individually, and I would say to them, why do you drink milk? And I would wait for the answer, which is, oh, it tastes good, and what's wrong with it? And then I would explain to them, you should stop drinking milk because you don't need it, because you're not a baby cow, and because if you're a good guy, you wouldn't want baby boy cows ripped away from their mothers and murdered and turned into jackets and shoes just so that you can go under the mother and steal the milk or pay somebody else to do that. If you think that stealing is wrong, don't drink cow's milk. Don't eat any cheese that comes from cow's milk. If you think that it's wrong to murder baby boy chicks, then don't buy eggs, because this is the cycle of violence that is that industry, the egg industry. Now, if you need more information, you can go to watchdominion.com, which is a great site to watch a documentary about what actually goes on. You can also go to don'twatch.org. And what I wanted from them is at least the basics, that they would educate themselves first, because if they watch these documentaries and then they meet me, and they act like complete creeps, like complete assholes and complete like 14-year-olds, then it's no point in me going on that show, because either you care or you don't. Now, the thing is, when I watch them, and I haven't watched that many episodes, but I know that guy Preach is very passionate. Like, he gets really upset about stuff. And like I said before in one of my videos, this is a sign that he could possibly be vegan, because that kind of passion can be turned around. But it cannot come just from me. You have to get your 100 clicks from different places. So hopefully, where I talk to him about the chinchilla murdered animal that was around him, several actually, to make his scarf, hopefully he will see when he's alone, when he's not around his buddies and trying to act cool, he will think to himself, wow, yeah, that's pretty terrible. And maybe he'll stop wearing it. Maybe he'll try to take it back to the store, which I asked him to do. And maybe he'll change. But you know, for a man to turn around like that, it takes bravery and courage, the same way that it took for me. I mean, I used to do the same thing. I used to eat animals, and I used to wear leather, and I stopped buying these items. So what I would expect from them is, if I go on their show and we do a podcast, it would be basically an exchange of ideas, and it would be me basically giving them shit for being cruel. So if they don't want to do that, if they don't want to have somebody tell them exactly how they are acting in this world, how they are being racist, how they are acting like Nazis, because they are discriminating against a group of sentient beings, because they are eating bacon and paying people to shove these innocent 6-month-old baby pigs into gas chambers. If they don't want to hear about it, why would they want me on their show? So I'm trying to figure that out. So Abba and Preach, if you are ready for me to come out there and really give you heck, let's go. Let's do it. You want to sit there and ask me about my hair color? I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. You want to ask my shoe size? You want to ask about my shirts? Like, I don't care about that stuff. I don't care about anything except the animals. So if you want me there and you honestly are going to make some efforts and you're going to join challenge22.com, I invite you to do that. Free help, free recipes, free access to nutritionists, dietitians. If you are showing some inclination to go towards being vegan, yeah, of course I would go. I would help you. I would encourage you. And we could have a great conversation about, hey, you guys come and you say, Ms. KADIE, we'd like to be vegan. We really think that you have a good point. So how do we start? And I would say, well, let's go to a vegan restaurant. And we would go there to start and just look up vegan recipes together. And if they actually wanted me there in a video to kind of coach them and give them some ideas, that would be great. But otherwise, I don't really see any value to me going on their channel. Do you? Now, those of you who just love drama are going to say, yeah, go, because we want to see you guys argue and we want to see them putting up their fists. I've learned that if somebody doesn't care, there's nothing you can do to make them care. If they want to keep being racist towards animals, I can't really do much about that. If they have an open heart, I'm there. I am the place to start. So let me know in the comments, like I said, should I go? Should I not? I'm not going to necessarily listen to you guys. Maybe I'll put a poll up and ask you and see what you guys say. Anyway, thanks for being here. Coming up on screen are going to be a bunch of other videos. Click on them, be curious, look around my site, and subscribe. Press the notification bell and help me get these animals out of hell. Thank you. Bye for now. Let's follow that vegan teacher on YouTube right now.